Father has been off at war for a month now, but he was in my dream last night. In the dream I was having sex with Buttons, but it wasn't in the barn like how it really happened. We were in my bedroom, but somehow Aloof Hills was different, distant, as if it were the future and our dear house had barely survived the apocalypse. I was lying on the bed with my legs dangling over the side, and Buttons was standing between my legs, pretending he was thrusting into me. All of a sudden, Father came storming in, furious, and he punched Buttons and then dragged his naked body out of the room. Then we were alone, and I was lying on the bed naked and sweaty, and Father approached me with a horrible look on his face. Never have I seen his face or anyone's look so horrible. He came toward me, shaking with anger, and I suddenly had the feeling that I shouldn't cover myself up, or maybe expose myself even more. The thought crossed my mind that if I spread my legs a little more and gently caressed my chest, he would calm down. But then I looked him in the eye and saw something inhuman. In the presence of that, I could never fake seduction. So I quickly covered myself and sat up, but he was suddenly upon me and it hit me so hard the room was gone, and so was he.
Lori had good reason to be plagued by nightmares. Earlier that morning she had visited the hoodoo doctor Clara in the wooded slave village. A rat carcass in the walls of the house had driven her olfactory senses wild, while no one else seemed to notice. She lied awake at night, panicked by the possibility that she was a witch, assuming that the vomiting in the morning was punishment, and meanwhile too nervous to notice she hadn't menstruated for 2 months. It was widely believed by many slaves on the plantation that Clara possessed special powers, so Lori went to her to be purged. She expected chants and potions, but instead Clara just laughed. That was how Lori, at age 16, came to know she was pregnant.
Shove it into his face. We just shove this down into him like this.
Carolyn!
Lori!
Was that you making that voice?
Did you find out if you're a witch from that voodoo bitch?
What?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
What?
Huh?
Where's Mother?
Upstairs. Taking a bath. This. You can eat it. You can all do this at home. When your children are very bad, do this. Daddy made me do this. And once you teach this to your son, he'll be able to pass it on to his son. Okay? So
Carolyn, is Julian in the barn?
What you have to do is emotionally give this to him. You're going to be
never
really
mind.
sorry you had me for a dad when I get through.
There are many theories concerning evil character. Is it a last resort of the abused and poorly raised? A short circuit in the brain that cannot be prevented? If advocates of the bad seed theory ever needed a case in point, they could do no worse than Laurie's older brother, Julian. He had seen his mother and father exchange disrespectful words from time to time. He had seen a sheep slaughtered as a child. He had even seen a man kicked in the head by a horse. But if anyone dared to blame environmental circumstances on the young man he had become, then it would follow that every slave across the South would be sodomizing serial killers bearing horns and fangs. He was quite smart. In fact, would have been regarded as a genius 140 years later, in a time where the word would be used to describe popular culture icons as well as academics. But many in his time simply regarded him as a pig.
Laurie, it's been months since you've been to the barn to play.
That's actually what I'm here to talk about. I went to see Clara this morning and...
Oh my God, you're pregnant. That retard hit the target right on his first try.
Julian!
I just wanted to see if he could get it up. I never imagined that he could actually...
Julian, what am I going to do? I can't have a slave's baby.
And a retard slave at that. God, Laurie, you know what your problem is? You always act like melodrama is a bad thing. What are you worried about anyway? Mother is too busy with her beverages and girl toy to notice. And that Bible freak father of ours certainly won't make it back from the front in the next 9 months.
Someone will notice.
Listen, Mother has called a family meeting tonight. She has something she wants to tell us. I'll bring up a story about a local debutante giving birth to a dark-skinned child. Then we can gauge Mother's reaction.
How long has Henny been helping Mother take baths?
You're just finding out about that now?
Julian, this is your fault.
No, Laurie, this is your fault.
This was Julian's fault. 2 months earlier, on a whim and out of boredom, he concocted an experiment with Laurie and Buttons as test subjects.
That's right, go on. See, how would you know what to do if it wasn't natural?
Are you sure, Mr. Julian?
Everything natural is good. Everything that feels good is natural. And if it feels good now, you're not too young.
All right. Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
Mother, where did you get that dress?
Mother, you look so amazing tonight. I want to use the word tight for some reason, but foxy is also appropriate.
Thank you, Julian. I just wanted to show my support for the troops.
Since when are you interested in the war?
So I've called you all here to announce some big news that concerns the whole family. God, Julian, you look amazing tonight.
Thank you, Mother.
Mother, what's the news?
The news?
Yes?
Yes?
Well, I have finally decided that from now on, every day and all day, I will be fully committed to my alcoholism.
Good for you for making it official.
So now you get drunk all day instead of half the day?
Exactly.
Make that afternoon nap really mean something.
See, I knew you would all understand. You're all so grown up and mature. And Carolyn, well, you're just like a perfect grown-up in a little girl's body.
I know, Mother.
I just realized how pointless guilt is. You're all smart enough and mature enough, and we're all rich enough to function without some sort of maternal figure. So why should I waste my time filling an empty vessel of a role when I could just be getting drunk and having a good time?
Right on.
Of course, if you all needed a mother, if I had to work for some bizarre reason, then I'd pull it together. But as it is, well, it would almost be a sin not to be an alcoholic and take advantage of our God-given gifts of leisure.
I'll drink to that.
And by the way, Henny will be moving into the main house.